And here comes Todd Veney. He is set to take on Frank Manzo. And if you look on the backside of those cars, you're going to notice the wheelie bar. And for more on that, let's catch up with Dennis Taylor in Tech Tip.
I received an email the other day from viewer Lee Guerrero, and Lee wanted to know why we put white paint on the wheel of the wheelie bar. With me today is Greg Miner, crew chief for Larry Miner's Top Alcohol Funny Car. And Greg, could you explain to me why you just painted that wheel white?
Dennis, the wheelie bar on a Top Alcohol Funny Car is actually a very important tuning tool. As the car squats and leaves the starting line, it will leave a corresponding white mark on the starting line that tells us how aggressive we're being with the racetrack. If it leaves too long of a mark, that tells us we're weak. As you get more aggressive with your tune-up, it will start to skip. And then what I'm really looking for is one short mark and then nothing. That tells me that the car's up on the tire and I'm being as aggressive as I possibly can be with the tune-up.
And once he gets the car to that point, it really does help the driver's reaction time. But having the paint brings me kind of back to my childhood days of having some fun.
Fun with paint. Good stuff, though. It's Todd Veney and Frank Manzo. I bet Frank makes those really bitty short ones.
Yeah, Frank has got a great matchup here. Todd Veney just idolizes Frank Manzo. They've met 11 times. Frank's won. The Permatex car running very well, but the Alanabi car just crushed everybody in that last round. 10th of a second better. Clint Thompson made the second best run of the round, and he got freight trained by Uncle Frank. See if it's Frank and Mickey again.
Look at Todd Veney's car. The parachutes came out in the staging process. Frank will solo into the finals. Wow, going to be tough to beat regardless. 5:59, 259 miles an hour. But did you see what happened? Todd was just getting ready to stage that race car. Jay Blake can't believe it. He's been told the parachutes just popped out.
Now that is unbelievable. That is a tough way to go. That's the parachute launcher right there, and so I'm sitting there on the starting line, and he'll climb out of the race car. Manzo goes 59. It's Manzo and Furrow in our weekly match. You see the Just Married on the hatch there. We've talked about that at Englishtown, but down there in the starting line, there's a car in the right-hand lane over here, and there you see it. The parachutes launch right out there, and by that time, he's pretty much dead in the water. Nothing he can do at that point. I'm not sure there was much he could have done with Frank running 5:59 anyway, but Manzo, again, going to the final round. I mean, he's now been in finals at 11 of the last 13 races he's been to.
With Mickey Farrow at the far end, here's Lauren.
It is starting to feel a bit like a weekly match, and Mickey just told me, you said, I absolutely have to do better. How are you and your crew going to do that with this incredibly hot track?
Well, first of all, I've got to say, for Steve, running Steve Harker, it was a tight race. It always is with Steve, and he's a great racer. We're going to take a look at it. You know, we tried to apply a little more power in the middle, and it did get a little bit loose. So we're going to go back, take a look at everything, and we're going to see where we can tune it up down the track and see how we do.
This matchup never gets old, but Frank Manzo will have lane choice.